What is it, guys? It's me, Dalton TRM, and today we are doing our first pay-per-view premium live event related R&R. So this previous Saturday, so today's Monday, 2 days ago, was the second edition of Saturday night's main event. It was the January 25th edition, and let's go over what happened in that show. So to start the show was the Women's World Championship match between Nia Jax and Rhea Ripley. Some notable spots, there was a few of them. Nia headbutting Rhea before Lillian Garcia could finish the announcements. So they were like, she was announcing the competitors, and Nia just headbutted Ripley immediately. So that was fun. A second rope Samoan drop from Nia, but it only got a 2 count. A code red from Rhea Ripley, but it only got a 2 count. A crossbody to the floor from Rhea, so she was, I think she was on the apron, and she just jumped and did a crossbody onto Nia onto the floor. The Annihilator to the back, so Nia normally she puts them near the corner and she just jumps sits on them basically. This one she was laying on her stomach, so she fell on her back. They looked pretty rough. And then it ended after Rhea Ripley was able to hulk up and hit Nia Jax with a riptide, with Rhea Ripley retaining her title against Nia Jax, which is no surprise. I expected Rhea Ripley to retain. I think she's going to go into WrestleMania, and I don't know who she's going to fight. I've heard rumors that Charlotte's probably going to fight Tiffany Stratton because Charlotte's going to win the Rumble, which, I could see that. So I don't know who Rhea Ripley will fight, but I think whoever she does fight, it's going to be a good match regardless. So not surprising that she retained here. Sheamus versus Braun Breaker for the Intercontinental Championship. Some notable spots was Sheamus lawn darting, so he just flung Braun Breaker into a chair in the timekeeper's area. So kind of similar to that one spot that Sammy had. I don't remember who did it to him. It was probably Braun Breaker as well. But basically Sheamus had him in like a power slam position and just yeeted him into that chair. And it was pretty funny. And it looked pretty painful too. A midair spear from Braun Breaker after Sheamus jumped off the steps. So they were outside the ring and Sheamus started running. He got on the steps and jumped, trying to foxy attack him. But then Braun Breaker just speared him out of the air, which it looked even more rough than the lawn dart spot. So a Celtic cross from Sheamus, but it got a 2 count. A bro kick from Sheamus, but Braun Breaker got his foot on the rope. And it ended after Braun Breaker avoided a bro kick and hit a spear. So Sheamus tried the bro kick. Braun Breaker ducked, bounced the ropes, and speared him. And Braun Breaker retains, defeating Sheamus, which definitely surprised me because out of all the matches on the card, this is the one that I thought the winner was not the case. I thought Sheamus was going to win because, like I said in the Raw R&R, this is like his third or fourth go for the IC title, and now that he's lost, I don't know what Sheamus' direction is from here. I also am ready to see who Braun Breaker's next opponent is for the belt, so I'll definitely be sticking in to see what happens with them two on Raw tonight, actually. Okay, now the only non-match segment on the show, Cody and Kevin Owens contract signing. So Shawn Michaels was the moderator for this contract signing to make sure nothing goes awry like it normally does in a contract signing, because normally everyone just, it ends in a fight and everyone gets hurt and, oh no, But HBK, he asked both men to sign the contract. Cody signed it, no problem. And Owens, he was getting ready to sign it, but then he dropped the pen and started picking up the mic. He just loves to yap. So Kevin Owens started by saying that Rhodes said something last night that really pissed him off. Rhodes says that 10 times out of 10, Kevin Owens takes the easy way out. Owens says that Rhodes is a liar. Owens could have taken the easy way out at Bash in Berlin in their match, and attacked his knee. But Owens didn't because he cared about their friendship more than Cody ever did. Owens said Rhodes takes the easy way out. Who left when things got tough? Owens stayed and Rhodes quit, referring to when Cody left WWE in 2016. Rhodes, in no mood to hear what Kevin Owens said, just yelled. He was just, "Enough, Kevin!" He had more aggression than I did, but Rhodes says he's not here to talk about the past. Shawn Michaels didn't return to San Antonio to listen to Owens talk. Rhodes is done with Owens. Rhodes needs to focus on who he'll be defending the WWE Championship against at WrestleMania, and he tells Owens to sign the contract. So basically, what Cody said was, you're an afterthought, you're not important, let's get this over with so I can go to Mania, which, damn. Poor Kevin Owens. He just wants to be WWE Champion, and Cody says he's an afterthought. Oh, boy. Owens says that Rhodes is not done with him. Owens has taken everything from Rhodes at the Royal Rumble. Owens has taken everything he deserves from Rhodes. And then HBK, he starts to chime in by saying, Jesus, Kevin, you just sound jealous. Which, you know, Owens, he was stunned and asks HBK to repeat himself, and HBK does. Owens says that HBK is just like Rhodes. When things got tough for HBK, he quit too. HBK is jealous that Owens has made the Winged Eagle title mean more than HBK ever did. Once he wins at the Royal Rumble, he'll be a champion everyone can be proud of. He won't be a champion who loses his smile, referring to Shawn Michaels back in the 90s, vacated his title because he was not happy in behind stage, you know. The only one losing their smile will be Rhodes. Owens signs the contract, making the ladder match at Royal Rumble official. So Owens shoves the contract into HBK's face, so he signed it and then boom, you know, shoved it into his chest. And HBK says the last thing they have to do is hang their titles on the golden hook over the ring. The referee gets in the ring and he hooks them on. And HBK stands between them and says one man will walk out of the Rumble as the undisputed champion. HBK shakes hands with Owens, shakes hands with Rhodes, and then Owens gets a cheap shot in by striking Cody Rhodes. HBK shoves Owens, basically telling him, you know, this is not what we're going to do. And then Owens kicks Shawn Michaels in the gut and was getting him set up for a package pile driver, hitting it on the retired legend Shawn Michaels. He might be a little crazy, if you ask me. Rhodes super kicks Owens away, and then HBK takes off his jacket and boom, hits the sweet chin music, eventually having Kevin Owens roll out the ring, ending the segment. So, loved seeing it in Shawn Michaels' hometown, super kicking Kevin Owens, who almost tried killing him because Shawn Michaels cannot take a package pile driver like Cody can. I don't think his old neck would handle it. He'd probably snap. Okay. The next match, I think the only non-title match on the show, Braun Strowman versus Jacob Fatu. The match with the big boys. Some notable spots was a suicide dive from Fatu, Strowman pouncing Fatu over the announce table, so, you know, running up to him and then boom, you know, pounces him and send him over the announce table. And 6, not 1, not 2, 6 running hip attacks in a row from Jacob Fatu. And it ended after Fatu threw the referee outside the ring, who was trying to stop him from hitting a 7th running hip attack, which means Braun Strowman defeated Jacob Fatu by disqualification. And some spots that happened after the match, Fatu threw a chair into a security guard's head, so he threw it in the ring and he was going to use it on Strowman, but security guards came in and he 2K24 threw it into the referee's head. And back to check on Strowman, he's bleeding from the nose and the mouth. Just blood was just flowing. I'm assuming from them 7 hip attacks, you know. And then he hit 2 more before the segment ended, so he totaled up hitting 8 running hip attacks. And then on top of the 8 running hip attacks, he hit 3 BMEs. So, freaking top rope moonsault, top rope moonsault, top rope moonsault. He hit 3 BMEs and 8 hip attacks, leaving Braun Strowman basically dead in the ring. He was basically dead. So, Braun Strowman may have won the match, but Jacob Fatu, he might be the monster among monsters, not Braun Strowman. So, yeah. Braun Strowman basically died. So, that was fun. And then the main event, the thing we've all been waiting for, Gunther versus Jey Uso for the World Heavyweight Championship. Some notable spots, Jey Uso was on the top rope, and Gunther chopped the hell out of him, and he basically fell off the rope in response to that, which the chop was loud. It was thick. It was a very painful chop. A front dropkick followed by a powerbomb from Gunther, but it only got a 2 count. A spear from Uso, but that only got a 2 count. A second spear followed by an Uso splash from Uso, but it only got a 2 count. And I'll admit that spot right there where he hit the second spear and then the Uso splash, for the slightest second there, the glint of hope I had of Gunther retaining went away, and I was so scared, but Gunther kicked out. So, and it ended after Jey attempted a third spear, but it got countered into a powerbomb, followed by a second powerbomb, with Gunther defeating and retaining against Jey Uso. So, yeah, let's get a rundown of everything one more time, and then that'll be it. So, the Nia Jax versus Rhea Ripley match, good match. I expected Ripley to win, so nothing crazy there. Sheamus versus Braun Breaker, the only match that stumped me. Braun Breaker retains. Gonna be interesting to see what happens there. Cody and KO, a good little, contract signing to set up the match for Royal Rumble. I don't know who's winning that match, because I'm pretty sure Cody's gonna win. But, I don't know. I can see Kevin winning as well, but, I don't know. Let's just hope Cody retains, because if Kevin Owens wins the WWE title, we're doomed. Braun Strowman versus Jacob Fatu. Probably, it's either this one or Gunther and Jey. That was the best match on the card. I wouldn't really even consider this one much of a match. Is it more was a segment, basically, because all them hip attacks and BMEs, it wasn't really... If it was a match, it was a squash match. But it was definitely good in giving Jacob Fatu the layer of, monstrosity and danger that he needed, because that's what they did with Bronson Reed when he hit 6 tsunamis on Seth Rollins and put him out of action. They basically just copy and pasted what they did here. I knew Jacob Fatu was good anyway, but hopefully this lets other people know that Jacob Fatu, he ain't nothing to mess around with. And then the main event, Gunther versus Jey Uso. If we're not going to count Braun Strowman and Jacob Fatu as a match, this one was obviously the best match on the card. And like I said, for one single second in that match, I thought Jey Uso was going to dethrone the Gunt, but nope. It ends. Gunther retains. I think no titles changed on this card, just like the last month's. The only difference was, Chelsea Green won the inaugural U.S. title. But, yeah, a fun little show, mostly some good matches, good segment. It's a fine little pay-per-view to have, not pay-per-view, but special TV episode to have before, the Royal Rumble, the second best pay-per-view of the year, probably the most fun of the year. But yeah, that's it, guys. Before I hop off here, though, I do have a channel update, if you will. According to the Raw and SmackDown R&R series, don't worry, it's not done. I'm just going to tweak it a little bit. So, instead of uploading a Raw R&R on Tuesday and a SmackDown R&R on Saturday, I've decided so I can make more types of videos, because I'm not just going to make wrestling content, but wrestling is my, my big, grand kahuna, that's the thing I really invest most of my free time in. I'll still make other videos, but for the Raw and SmackDown R&R series, I'm going to scrunch it together into one video. I'll go over a week's wrestling, so a Monday and a Friday, the following Tuesday. So for this case, I will not make a video tomorrow about tonight's Raw or SmackDown this upcoming Saturday. I will do that on the following Tuesday, so next Tuesday. And I'll also make the Royal Rumble. I'll make a separate video for that. So next week, expect a Royal Rumble R&R for itself, and then this week's Raw and SmackDown next week. I feel like that would make it easier on me because, you know, I have another job in real life. And I'll be able to make more content. I do have an upcoming video planned. I won't elaborate what it is, but I think you guys will like it. But other than that, that is, I think, about it. So basically, TLDR, the SmackDown Saturday Night's Main Event was fine, fun little show, and with the R&R series, it's going to be scrunched into one weekly video going over Raw and SmackDown and pay-per-views in their own separate video. Other than that, that is everything. So, like, comment, and subscribe, guys. And until the next video, peace.